Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of my first video series, 3 golden acting opportunities you may have missed in your Shakespeare monologue. My name's Kyle Downing, I'm a Shakespeare coach here in New York City, and I'm here to talk to you today about Hamlet. Hamlet is Shakespeare's longest play, with the average uncut production running over 4 hours. Hamlet himself has 1,476 lines. Now, to put that in perspective, that's almost as many as the entire script of the Comedy of Errors. The plot has been borrowed by movies such as The Bad Sleep Well, Strange Brew, and The Lion King. The play's full title is Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, but it's more commonly known to civilians as that one Shakespeare play where everybody dies. So today, I'm taking a look at one of the most famous monologues of all time, Hamlet's Act 3, Scene 1 soliloquy, better known as To Be or Not to Be. For the best quality, make sure your video player is in full screen mode. Now, my favorite Easter egg in this monologue is right here in the blue highlighter. Notice anything special? Normally, Shakespeare writes in what we call iambic pentameter, which means that there are 5 bisyllabic feet in each line for a total of 10 syllables. Check out the blue text. Let's count the syllables. Must give us pause. There's the respect. It's only 8. No, it's not a mistake. Sometimes Shakespeare uses a tool that we call empty feet, which means that he leaves a couple of syllables blank in the meter to give the actor an opportunity for blocking or an acting beat. But there's something extra special about this set of empty feet. Check it out. See the text I highlighted in purple? That's the first time in this entire monologue that Shakespeare ends a line with a terminal punctuation mark, aka a period, question mark, or exclamation point. And if we look closer, we notice that 9 of the first 13 lines of this monologue are enjambed rather than end-stopped. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with enjambment, that's a technical term we use in poetry and verse. It describes an instance when a phrase continues from one line into the next without any sort of punctuation at the end of the first line. The effect is that the thought transitions more smoothly across the line break. So why do we care about stuff like terminal points and enjambment? Well, one of the major functions of structure and punctuation in Shakespeare is to let the actor know when to breathe. And the stuff that we just looked at lets us know that Hamlet's breathing is pretty irregular throughout the beginning of this monologue. Now think back to the last time when you were breathing erratically. Were you calm and collected? Were your emotions entirely under control? I'd be willing to bet that you answered at least one of those 2 questions with a no. So, we've got a character who's breathing erratically while talking about death for an extended stretch of time, and then he pauses for just a beat in the middle of a line. One effective way to use this opportunity is to fill it with a sensory image. Hamlet's text leading up to the empty foot is, "What dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause." What might be fearsome about that dream world after death? Pick a sight, sound, smell, taste, or tactile sensation that really gets you in some way, and then imagine it vividly during the empty foot. If you've done your job right as an actor, it should affect your behavior in some way. But be careful not to indulge. Remember, it's just 1 empty foot, not 5. Now, the empty foot isn't the only tricky part about this monologue. Let's take another look. See the 3 lines highlighted in green? They all have 2 things in common. One of them's enjambment, but what's the other? And what does it really mean anyway? And check out the section highlighted in yellow. The first folio and second quarto versions of Shakespeare's work suggest an alternative text. What is it? And how might it affect the end of the soliloquy? For the answers to these questions, and to learn a couple more hidden opportunities in this monologue, you can send me an email, visit my website, or get in touch with me on social media. Here's how. Check this out. For more free tips, hints, and material suggestions from all 37 of Shakespeare's plays, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by visiting my website, www.kyledowning.com/Shakespeare, and clicking on the blue subscribe button at the top of the page. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Got a question? Tweet it at me, and I might just answer it in one of my future videos. And to book me for a private coaching session, send me an email to nyshakesguy@gmail.com or fill out the contact form on my website. Thanks for listening, and keep up the hard work
on your bard work.